Alright, welcome back to DL Kramer's Custom Cars and Anything. Well, now we're working on this 5.7 Hemi. I keep having failures today. Microphones are going out. I got microphones on the charger. I got whatever. So I keep having failures today. It's not my day. So what we're gonna do is I got this thing all cleaned up. This front cover here. Out here a little bit. There we go. Now we can see something. I'm gonna put you guys on the camera stand. We gotta go through this thing and see what bolts go where and all that stuff. We got a lot of work to do here. Okay. Now, we got a crankshaft seal we gotta put in first. Now the lip seal goes towards the block. Okay, so you just hammer it in like right there. However, I like to put just a real thin of gray silicone. I like using the gray silicone because it's high pressure. Just a real skim coat. Just keep spreading it around on there until you get the whole thing full of something. Yeah, it's just to give it a little bit insurance policy if you're 100 miles away from home and decides to leak. Well, chances are this will give you a little bit more insurance policy on that. It won't. Okay, the cover, I already cleaned that up. And then I got myself a big 3/4 inch drive socket. I hope I'm putting this in the right way anyway. I believe I am. There. You could hear the difference, when I hit rock bottom. And we'll just smear that like that, and there we go. Okay, let's get the cover back on this stuff. And let's put this retainer in the storage garbage bin. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to figure out bolts. Okay, so here it is for the motor. Okay, and then we got a brand new water pump here. Okay, we won't worry about no gasket right now. We'll set that off to the side. Okay, so now this thing bolts on here like this. For a second, I thought it wasn't going to fit. Boy, they won't give you no room for a hose. Jeez, how the heck? Well, anyway, whatever. It is what it is. So, let's see. I'm going to turn this like here so it's flat on the thing because there's a spacer here for the alternator. So now, okay, there's no bolts, I believe, that go underneath it. No. None. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to get my ducks in a row, so to speak. So let's see. What do we got here? What do we call that? It's a long one. Where does that one go to? I don't know. Does it go to this? Let's see. That looks like one for there. Looks like one Let's see. Let's turn this a little bit. Okay, that looks sufficient. That looks sufficient. That looks sufficient. That looks good. Let's see. These water pump ones. No, that one's threaded. That looks good. Ooh, I bet I know where the long one went right here, huh? That could be it. Okay. Okay, we need one here. That looks a little too long for that, don't it? Oh, there's the same length there. That'd be right for that one. I think this thing went up here, I think. Wow, a couple mega long ones. Okay. And that one's threaded. That one's threaded. That one's threaded. Okay, that one's threaded. That stud one went up here too, I thought, though. Maybe right there, huh? Okay. And then, this one looks threaded, ain't it? Okay. We need one threaded one. Two threaded ones. Okay. This one here, I think, might be a little long. Okay, let me grab some of my other bolts. I didn't get all the bolts with this, so that's the reason why I'm yelling this with my hat all the time here, huh? Okay, so let me grab some. I got a whole bunch of hemi bolts over here. Let's see which ones we're missing or not getting. Let's see. Let's look through there first. Oh, there might be one in there. Let's see. This one seems kind of long. Wait, is that on the same length? It is. Yeah, that's too long for that, I think. God, it seems long. Let's see. Second one from the bottom. Yeah, that's threaded right away. That's not. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be probably too long. Okay. Shorter though. Right? Let's see, we need one threaded one for here. One threaded one for, I believe, right here. One long one for there. Man, I need one. Well, they're both the same. What the heck is going on here? Well, we're gonna call that even there, okay. And then we need just one more here, huh? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna take one of them too, ain't it? God, it just seems awfully long though. Well, what we could do, let's see how far the second one from the bottom, how far it screws in. And make sure it doesn't interfere with nothing, guys. Somehow I just think it's too long, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it is too long. I'm gonna have to make one. Maybe I gotta cut one off, huh? Okay, so that'll work. That'll work. Here, let's use this one. It matches that one. They all look sufficient. It's just this one. Why is that? Why is that, guys? Huh? Got it all that way. Yeah, it's just one. Here, wait, what's this one? Yeah, it's too short. That's too big, too. Too big and too short. Okay, let's try a different one. Different jug. I got all kinds of hemi water pump bolts here. Just gotta find that right one. Well, I wonder why that one would be that way. It was that bolt that went there. God, that's long. It's awfully long. I'm just looking around and see if if they're all that way. Yeah, they're all that way. Yeah. Yaddy, 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 yaddy. Yaddy, 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 yaddy. Oh, that one's short. That one is shorter. That one is the shorter one. Too short. Too long. You can't tell me they only got one bolt for that, huh? Okay, that one's got to go there, I guess. See, when I got this molder out, these bolts are out, so I didn't take that apart, I'm trying to look for the right bolt to cut off. I think I just found it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Looks like we gotta make one bolt, huh? So it looks like to me here, one bolt. So what we can do is we'll measure the average ones here. We'll make that one the same as that one, right? Does that sound right? You better see it does. No, I think it does. Let's see. So let's see if we gotta have that much sticking out. So let's do this. Let's just chip this up and do a compare. Oh, that one there is kind of long. I'm doing an average look here, and I think we gotta cut this one off right there. And this one, that one might be a little long. Does it take the same one as this one? Yeah, I would say so. Do we gotta make 2 bolts now? Do we have another bolt that's this long? I think we looked and we didn't. Okay. Playing hopscotch here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make this one. Okay, so we got that one figured out. That's not anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna make that bolt. And I gotta maybe make this one too, huh? Okay, let's start looking at the bolts again. I got some that look like it, and it's just gotta be a little shorter. Crapes are all the same length. Anyway, what's this one? No. Okay. I got bolts in here. It should be as long as this. This is the bolt. It should be in there. I could cut off the nub off the top, I suppose. Maybe that's what I should do, huh? I got a cleaner one in there. Sorry about taking my time here, guys. Trying to find the right one here, but I'm looking, but I'm not finding. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. We'll cut the nub off of that guy. That's the right distance. This one we'll just shorten. That one should be fine. Okay. That's what I got in this mess. What do I got in this mess? Big fat son bitch. Yeah. There's a bigger again. How are those from? Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. Yep, okay. Got her figured out. Gotta make a couple bolts. Gotta trim this one off, cut the top off of that one. Not really thinking we should cut the top off of this case it's for. Well, we could, I suppose, couldn't we? Oh, worse than a woman in a clothing store here. Can't make up my mind. Okay, let's get rid of these right away so I don't confuse anything. Go haul these back to where the bolts are for the hemi. Okay. We'll grab the grinder. Grab the grinder here. And plug that sucker in here quick. Okay. Okay, so we got this one marked right there. Okay, I need a vice grip to hold it so I don't cut my fingers off. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on pause while I go do this. Alright, I made those bolts. I managed to make this one. Cut the stud off of that one. Yeah, so I left the stud on that one for now. So, what do we do next? Okay, well, what we do next is we pull these threaded ones out of here. See if we can lift this off. We'll set that over there for now. Okay, so we know all those bolts are that. These will be pretty simple. I think they're pretty self-explanatory. I think they're all the same except for this one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, those are all the same. Just this one is different. That's probably why I don't have any of them, because there's only one that long. And we'll set them over there. Okay. Then we got the new crankshaft seal in. Let's keep that on there for now, I guess. Now we'll flip this over. I cleaned this all out yesterday, but I still see that there's... Actually, it looks pretty clean. It's just right here. I see one little spot. So yeah, I gotta find the hub seal for that. Probably after I kick the camera here, I suppose. Where the heck is the right dental pick for that? Ah, here we go. We use this one here. Okay. I gotta try to turn here without kicking the camera. I'm running out of room here. I got too many parts in the shed. And I even took stuff out. Okay. Okay. Oh, what the heck is going on here? I need the gasket set here. Just set that over there for now. Okay. That looks pretty darn good. Okay. One little, wait, what's this little spot here? Okay. Now we need to I think it's going to be in this one, yeah. Which one is it going to be? How can you tell by this picture which one's going to be? Is it going to be the red one? Probably. No, maybe not. Maybe it's going to be a black one where it looks. Let's see. I'd say that's a water pump one there. That might be better than the one I got with the water pump. No, I would say it's this one. Now, which side? Okay, that's got to be wrong. It goes like this. I tell you, we'll get this motor together someday. Hang on. In your hair, horses down here. Let's see. I've never had one of these leak before, but I like to put a little bit of gray silicone around these two holes. Then down here at the corners too, where the alternate or where the oil pan will go across around this, Okay. Looks like we're ready to go on this end. Oh, there's a spot that's not down. You want to make sure nothing's like pulling on the seal and end or nothing. You just want to kind of make sure everything just fits good. And then you want to push it all the way in. And these are actually, you don't have to use silicone on these at all, but I just put a little bit around here on the block. Why? And then just to make sure that we're doing okay, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so let's get the water pump set up. So we'll use the seal that came with it. God, that seal seems way more gooder. But I'll use the cheap one. It came with the pump, so that's what we'll do. We'll set this over here. Well, bring this over here. Now we got all the bolts all screwed up on it. That's fine. We got them separatized. And these bolts here are pretty much self-explanatory. You can put them in. Oh, and then I also use anti-seize on the bolts, but I get a few in there first, and then I take them out. I get that anti-seize on them. Okay, let's flip this over. That's what we got here. Well, this is the seal that came with it. Well, that seems like a pretty good quality seal too, so Let's dangle it out and see what we got here. Which way is it twisted now here? Okay. Why does this seem so wrong? Yeah, it's not though. I think it goes like this, though. Sometimes you gotta just follow it through and see what happens here. You know, come to you. Seems to fit all right. Now this is all Japanese shit I'm putting in here, so it should run for 20 miles. I'm hoping to get 20 miles out of it before it blows up on me. No, I don't know. It seems like the parts I've been putting together seem like they're fairly decent. That one chain rider though, chain guide, I didn't like the plastic. I'd rather see it being aluminum, like the stock one was. But that heavy plastic sometimes lasts a long time too. And again, this is just a temporary motor till I get the 6.4 done. Then all these extra trinkets will fit on that motor as well. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now this one we won't use no cream on it. So, how about if I set you guys up back by the motor, and we'll start getting somewhere on this thing finally. So let's put you on pause while I set you up over there. All right. Looks like we're good to go over there, ain't we? Here, let's do this though. Get some light on it. There we go. Okay. Now, what do we gotta do? Let's see, we need a razor blade. See, I think we got one of them laying over here. I think, anyway. Yep, there we go. There's a little bit of paint here on this one port. Make sure that's cleaned off of there. Do you see anything else? Does anybody see anything else that I should scrape off? Huh? I think we got it, huh? Yeah, right here. Okay. Now, I poke myself in the finger. I poke myself in the finger. What's the next step? Well, we gotta wipe that down. You gotta make sure both mating surfaces are clean. Okay. So let's start right here. What's that for? I'm dirty around that pin right here. Huh. That got so dirty. Well, I see a little paint on there. We're gonna have to scrape off too, I see. I'm gonna go to the cover. Okay. I got that clean already, don't I? Okay. We had just a little bit of paint there in that one area, didn't we? Right here. And this, I think, was just rust I got in there. Okay. I think we're ready to cover this up, ain't we? So the bugs don't get in there, huh? Every time you cover something up, the bugs can get in there. Frickin' ladybugs is what I'm scared of. I'm actually scared of getting them in there. So now what I do here, it's not recommended, but I do it anyway. You put a little bit, just a little bit around this hole. This hole. Okay, just a little bit. Put a little bit around this hole. Again, just a little bit. And then you put a little bit around this coolant hole. Just a little bit. Don't have to go hog wild, just a little small coating. Okay. We get this closed and we gotta work fast. As soon as we get this closed. Now, this thing is ready to go on. We got the new seal in it. It's clean. We need the lower bolts. Oh, the crankshaft bolt isn't there yet. Oh, man. Why didn't you guys tell me about that? That has to come off. Thank God I don't have it tight on there. That's only 500 tread, though. Then I get my fingers all dirty now again, so hopefully I don't touch no gasket areas. Okay, I'm looking at everything, making sure that we didn't forget something. Got everything all greased up, ready to rock and roll when this baby runs for 5 minutes. Little Japanese parts make it blow up. Okay. And we have... Okay, Houston. Now, there's a dowel pin there, and there's one over here. So that's what we're aiming for right now. Up and in, baby. Oh, I got bolts in my hand. Oh, now I gotta check our seal. Got some grease on it right there a little bit, but we'll just smudge that right inside the cover here. Okay, here we go again. The darn stand moved on me. Okay, match up that point. There's that one. Come on, quit rolling back there, buddy. There, you fucked me up again. I want to roll that seal out of there. That's all I'm going to say. So damn cautious of that. And my fingers are in the way. All right. Can't even find the... Okay, now I'm going to push on this. I'm going to try bolts in. That's one. And this one here. Okay. Now I know the rest of these go right over here. Okay. And then what we're gonna do, oh god, back. The back is still not right, boys. I need an extension or something. Okay, what we're gonna do, I gotta put anti-seize on all these bolts yet, but we take a few of them here. What we're doing is we're sucking this thing up to the dowel points. Okay. Okay. Now let's get the water pump on there. Okay. Let's use a couple threaded ones for now. As soon as I figure it out. Okay. Boy, that cover looks like shit compared to. Okay. What did I do with my ratchet? Oh, it's over here, right where it shouldn't be. Then we want to put some direct pressure like that on it. Remember, you don't want them seals to roll over on you, otherwise this thing will leak, you know. So what we're doing, what the hell's going on there? Okay, so now let's get the anti-seize out and get the fingers full. Throw some gloves on here quick. Looks like my other microphone is charged up too now. Good. Okay, anti-seize. That's where we were. You gotta anti-seize all these because let's grab the bolts and make ourselves at home over there. How are we doing here? Still recording or are we way off? We're way off, ain't we? Okay. Time to anti-seize. Ugh. You know what? I bet that one will need a deep well. Okay. What do we got here? Let's just throw them all right there. Okay, let's crank this guy out. I'll start anti-seizing bolts. People never anti-seize these and then they snap off if they ever got to change the water pump. I know because I was a mechanic for several years. And trust me, that sucked. Okay, that's a little too much, but we'll get better as we go. Right? Usually you just gotta stripe it down one side and it'll spin it through, you know. Let's see, I gotta keep looking where they go here. That's the one I'm probably gonna need a deep well on. Fingers actually getting tired. Only gonna be 50,000 of these to set up, I guess. Okay. Keep going, they say. See now, this was this one, wasn't it? That one's gonna be a different size. No, I got like 3 new balancers laying here. Had one given to me, one came with the kit. Are they gonna be right? No, not at all. Okay, so we're checking the bottom. There we go. Must be getting there. Running out of bolts here. So I gotta put the alternator on there and the water pump and all that stuff. And I gotta see what fits the best. Okay, got a couple short ones here. Those are kind of self-explanatory, I guess. Oh, doesn't go there though. Goes there. Should have one long. Oh yeah, there's a long one in there yet. Let's see what the hell happened there. Oh. Could you imagine working on these 20 years down the road when these bolts weren't anti-seized? I bet they'd all just snap right off, clean off. I bet. I wouldn't doubt that for a second. Okay, I got one extra bolt. Oh, it goes up there. Okay, never mind. Now we'll snug these up and then hopefully we can remember the ones that we didn't do. We didn't do that one. And I don't know which ones. I thought there was two of them. Okay. Oh, can't close that yet. Can't touch this. Let's get the ratchet full. Okay, I believe. This one I know we didn't do for sure. Yeah, that was tight, so maybe not this one either. Yep, I was right too. Don't want to forget them. Oh, and I do this to the oil pan bolts too, by the way. So when we throw the oil pan on it, we'll be doing it. Let's see if we did this one. I don't think we did. And we're gonna look at the far ones over there. I don't think we did them either. Usually I didn't do this one. Yeah, I'm just a guy. I take my time. I film everything, usually. Not all the time, but most of the time. Okay, now which ones? I think we did this one. There should be two over here that we didn't do. Didn't do that one. Okay, where's that last one at, huh? Look back at the video, we would know. But right now we're filming, so we can't do that. There should be one more. That one's down. Okay, that one I know we did. We did all these around the water pump, didn't we? Oh, I don't know. Wait a minute. We didn't do this one. I know that. Let's just double check them. Yeah, darn it. I'll get it right sooner or later here. Okay. I'll keep spinning out. Well, jeepers, creepers, are we? This must be the other one. Nope, didn't do that one. I'm gonna check all the water pump ones. Just gonna go around in a circle and snug them up as we go. So yeah, we just did that one. Mine is screwed. Did we do all these? I can't believe it. I lost my mind here. Well, we're just going to go through them. I'll be darned if I'm going to change the water pump on here and start snapping bolts off. That one's done. You know, you always got to double check things. You know? You just got to. If you don't, that's when you screw up. Yeah, that one's done. Well, let's tighten it up right away. Oh no. We're gonna need the tubes too again for this, ain't we? Okay. This one done. That one I can't check. I need a deep well socket. That's done. Okay. I'm just checking them all. I don't give a shit. If I don't do this, I will pay the price later. Here, you want to do that? Okay, let's do this then. You just got sweat rolling off me like you and leaf. Okay. Okay, so these must be done. Right? Better check them. I know the case one is done. This one and this one might not be. These might have been the ones that I had. No, they're done. That one is anyway. Let's check this one. And we gotta get a socket for that one yet. That one's done. Okay, that one's done. That one's done. This one's done. That one's done. That one's done. That's done. Oh, not quite big enough. Okay, do we have NICs on that one? Yep. Okay. Oh, we almost got the cover on. Thank God for that. Got to tighten that one. Okay, does this one have NICs on? No, all we got to do is just tighten these two up. Yep. tighten them two up, and then we're good to go. I suppose I don't have the right. No. No, I thought I'd get lucky there, but I guess not. I gotta go get the toolbox again. Where are they? 14, 13, 18, 25, 41. Oh my God, am I sweating? I need some air. Holy schmoly. I need deep wells, don't I? We need a 13 millimeter deep well. Here, I'll go grab a bunch. Okay. There's a spider crawling on it already. Yeah, go in the oil port. Get in there. Fog that up. We don't need oil. You ever have that before? Any guys take something apart and find the bug in the oil port? I did once. So do we torque these? Maybe, huh? Run through them quick and torque them. Wonder what the torque specs are. I got that written down? Maybe not. Water pump, 21 foot-pounds. They're all 21. Okay. Well, shit. I think the torque wrench is still set up for 21, ain't it? Oh, yeah, it is. Might as well then, right? Let's do it right. Okay, now I gotta switch over. Okay. Let's do the case ones first. We did that one, didn't we? Now let's start right here. Water pump. Did that one. Okay. And then let's double check those other two again. Okay. I believe we got them all. Holy cow, guys. You're sick forking me. I've had enough. Now, heads, we don't have them yet, so those we can't do a darn thing about. They're getting worked on right now at my buddy there. Jeff's Machine out of Hutchinson, Minnesota. That guy does motors for people in South Dakota, and everybody comes to him because he's so damn good, you know. And then, let's see how this alternator is going to work. I wonder if I got some bolts for that. Looks like it's going to work. You know, I'm going to put you guys on pause once and see if I got bolts for this. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to go on a bolt run here. Okay, I made some bolts, and now I'm just tightening them up, and already got them. Okay. Here's the alternator. What's next? I see I gotta put a bolt in here yet too, don't I? Let's go see if I got one. Man, I'm starting to drag butt here. I want to get the oil pan on yet tonight. Why do I got my doubts? I just got my doubts about it. Longer than that even. I got it super long. I'm gonna have to make another bolt yet? Ah, dang it. I was done making bolts. Okay, we'll do it. We'll make one more bolt. Because I don't have anything smaller than that. And they're all that size, ain't they? Oh, what's this one? That's what I had. Okay, I'll make another bolt then. Thought I was done. Time to get mad, huh? Okay, I need about that much taken off. Let's try this. Yeah, what do you know? What does a person know anymore? Oh, I gotta plug that back in. I thought we were done here. Okay. Perfect. Might be a hair on the shorter side. Not by much, though. Yeah. I won't start. Oh, I bet this thing's off that much. A spruce here. Let's see. Okay, where's my ratchet? Where's my everything? Oh, never mind. I think we just gotta push on that sucker. I bet it's off a 32nd of a thousandths. Yeah. There. Well, damn. Engine hoist or stand moves back on me again. Yeah, it is too. It's just off that little bit. I don't think it's my bolt, is it? There's a busted off bolt in there. You know what? There could be. Oh, wish I would have seen that about an hour ago. You know? Pound it in like a nail. Here it goes. Okay. There. I think it's tightened up about 45 foot-pounds. No. No, not that much. 21. I can tell by my arm when it was creaking. Okay. Now, what balancer do we use? Huh? You know what I need to do? I'm gonna turn that damn fan here pretty quick. Actually, I'm gonna do it right now, I think. Maybe I'll get some nice shit in the motor or something. You gotta do that, you know. I hope it's on low. Oh. Oh. Can't handle it no more. I gotta have a fan. I'm a big fat guy. It's up there high. Oh, does that feel good? Okay. What is next? Next, we gauge things. We gotta figure out what harmonic balancer we're gonna use on this thing. I most certainly don't know. I'm thinking it's this one. That's what I'm thinking. So let's gauge this out and see what we got here, partners. So I got several to choose from. But I know this one's off of a 5.7, maybe a slightly earlier hemi. Oh, now I got the wrong deal. Ah, dang it, I tell ya. I just tell ya. Okay, so how do we figure this out, huh? Let's see, we got a tape measure. Okay. So the depth of the pulley goes right to somewhere there. Okay. We'll go to there. And then this one will go from there to there. Well, we could put it on and find out it don't work, then we gotta try to pull it off again, right? That's what I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure this is the one I need. Oh, it's a nice, seal getter. Why would that be that way? Eh, what do you guys think? We'll just throw it on? And we'll have also measure there. Well, let's see. Let's get a black magic marker out. Let's see if we can do this right. I want to do it right again. I don't want to do it wrong. Wrong. During it wrong. During it wrong, or whatever you call it. So let's, okay, first measurement we're going to take. Poke this in all the way here till it stops. Be careful with the seal. Well, first of all, we should see it with the same rib. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a 5 rib. Okay, so that we should always check first. Okay, and then we'll take this. How do you do this with one hand? You don't have enough hands. Well, cheapest creepers. Okay, so it goes up to that mark in there. Okay, yep, getting somewhere. So now, next step would be to measure where does the rib start from that mark, right? There's the mark. Two and a quarter. There, maybe I wrecked it. I might have chipped it. That is the right one. Well, we're gonna put it on. The seal thing, though. Yeah, that should work. Well, let's get some lube on there. Maybe some engine assembly lube, huh? And let's put her on. Let's see what happens. Worst thing you can do is it's internally balanced, so it shouldn't blow up the motor. Hmm. Maybe it doesn't work, huh? Maybe it won't work. Yeah. Oh. Huh. You know what? I don't know why it wouldn't fit the 5/7 crankshaft. Well, when in doubt, whip the caliper out. How's that sound? Let's see if we can figure this thing out. When in doubt, whip the caliper out. All right. What did I do with my long reach one? I just remembered I got a long reach one, so that's the one I should have right now. Oh, oh, does it work? No, batteries are dead. Yeah. Okay, okay, deal. Get set up properly or don't do it at all. Where's my long reach caliper? Let's put this one away. I got a caliper like this, but it's long reach. This one, the battery shot. Well, I got a new battery. Oh, no, that was a new battery. Okay. Put you guys on pause for a minute while I... Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use both of them. See if we can make this work. I just want to get a rough guesstimate of what's going on here. Let's see. Let's probably gonna be the same all the way through, I would guess. Okay, I can do this with one hand. I hope I didn't move it. I think I just did, so. Actually, I'm sure I did. Yeah, it probably won't work. I'm sure this balancer ain't gonna work. It's not machined all the way through. I'm still trying to figure out why. God, I gotta bump everything, don't I? You know what? That might work. It's that close. I can't tell. So I could bang on it a couple times or plastic mallet and see once what happens. Probably wreck something, I suppose, now. It's literally a thousandths difference. You'd think that would go, right? But maybe not. Set them up there where it's safe. Boy. That is that hard to see. It's off of a 5.7 Eagle motor. That's what this is. But it's an older one. It's like a 2009, but 2009 to 2018, I thought were the same. And this is a 2015 motor, right? So what would be your opinion? You have to drop it in hot water or something? Is that how it works or what? I sure the hell don't know. Let's just try to beat on it a couple times here and see what happens. See if it does make its way on there. So I don't know what else to... No? No, looks like I'm shit out of luck for a balancer. But I do have this other one. Yeah. I got this one yet. Is that 5 rib? Yes, it is. Hey, there might be some hope here. Yeah, see, that one will go on there. You got some serious measuring to do, though. Okay, what are we off here? Oh, an inch. Just on there straight or crooked. Hold it. I should get some wheel chocks behind that thing. Okay, mind, start working. It needs to go in about 1 7/8 inches. This one ain't gonna work either, I don't think. Yeah, it's gotta go 1 3/4 inches. Nope. 14 balancers and none of them work. Well, there's one more balancer I can check, I suppose. But it's a really early one. Hmm. Yeah. No, that one's too far out. Okay. Well, I guess we're not putting a balancer on. We don't have one. Okay, so the seal goes out to there. I'm in the thing. And then it's got to start right away. Yeah, this one's too far out. Okay. Okay, well, we tried. Got a stack of balancers and none of them work. So we're done with that then tonight. Okay. So we got to order one for a 2012 Dodge Charger then. Hopefully it fits. Well, I'll put some of this stuff away since I know none of it's going to work. I want to tape up all the balancers and stuff. Oh, okay. What we can do is let's maybe I don't know. It's getting late. Maybe I'll quit for today. We got her this far. All right, let's get the oil pan on. Rear main seal. I just put that in. It's a whole seal retainer, so it's real easy. I didn't show that. I did not show that. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so what we do is I put silicone in the corners where the aluminum meets the steel, just on the gas on the motor side. So let's do that. Let's see here. Just like that. And then you lay your gasket in there. This is called a windage tray. Can we say windage tray? Then we gotta take 5 minutes out, try to get the cap back on the. Then we gotta drop the cover. And try again. There it goes. Okay. Then I gotta wipe all the silicone off my fingers I just got on. Then we gotta grab our pickup tube. Put a little grease on this. Line up the stud. Yeah, I hope that went in there right. Put that in there. Put that in there. Now, these I tighten up, you know, I think they're like 25 foot-pounds, but I just tighten them up by hand. I've done, should be plenty of them to know. There goes a piece of hair in the motor, huh? No, there it goes. If oil pressure sucks on this thing, then I know what it is. It's not sucking it up. Then it really does suck. Well, it doesn't suck, or whatever you want to call it, I guess. And I inspect it. Check it one more time. Okay, that's in. Then I go to work, and then well, come on now. This is how I prime the oil pump. Throw 10W30 in there. This motor requires 5W20, but this sticker shit helps get it going, because you change it right away anyway. We're going to run it on the engine stand. Okay, she's absolutely full. She's draining now nice and slow, which is good. Now, what we do, line up the holes. This is all torqued down. This is ready to go. Oil pan, I got it all cleaned out. We'll check it for everything. Okay. I believe this is the oil pan that'll fit that K-frame, so at least I hope it will. Otherwise we might be changing that too again. So, okay, pickup tube is tight. Okay, we should be good to go. Hmm. That's strange. Hmm. Let's see. Huh. What the hell's off? Well, that's excellent quality though now. Huh. What is going on here now? That ain't good. I'm gonna put you guys on pause while I finish this. Alright. 105 inch pounds. Okay. Oh. What the hell? Huh. Well, I thought I put one on this side too. Check that one here. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Oil pan is on. Maybe I'll snug that up, huh? Just to make sure. Okay. Now, can we roll this back up to the top? And then we're done for the night. I gotta order a harmonic balancer the way it looks. I got like 14 of them, but none of them work, so. And the heads won't be done for at least another week yet, he told me, so. Okay. Come on. You know what? I'm gonna pound your ass in there. Quick, quick. No? It's off about 1/16 of an inch. And I can't get it in there. Now it's probably off 1/4 of an inch. There it goes. Barely. There it is. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna go for a quick tour around the motor. I gotta wipe my hands off though first. So I gotta order the Dodge Charger. God, I hope that fits. Hope I know what I'm ordering. Oh. Then I also need the tubes for the heater core. Ah, shit, there's so much shit I need. But let's, so this is a 2012 Dodge Charger alternator. You can hook it up to your conventional voltage regulator. In the balancer, I gotta get a Dodge Charger one. This I just had. I don't know if that's right. That probably isn't. Then here, where your tube comes out for your heater. So then it runs across and fastens to this bolt, and then it runs across, and then it comes up. Then you put your hose on it, you know. Then back here too is the other one. That's for the other one. So you got an in and out. Not sure which one's in or out. I got the new rear seal on. We need a crankshaft sensor there. You know, all kinds of stuff. And then this motor will run for 20 minutes and it'll blow up in my face. That's usually how it works. But I didn't show you guys when I was putting that rear oil seal on. But it's just a whole complete retainer. See? Bolts onto the side. Then the oil pan bolts onto this flat side. You can just buy the seal or you can buy the whole retainer. I like buying the whole retainer. I've had good luck that way. But anyway, let's call her a hit for the night. Everything, oh my God, I got a mess. Holy cow. I got a mess. Like you would not believe. Oh, take me an hour and a half to clean up. But there it is so far anyway. 2-hour long video, holy cow. Okay. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. I wanted to get this thing up. I wanted to put this thing on the live image stand. But now with that being wrong, I don't know if I can. I don't know what they charge me at a salvage yard to pull one off. I don't know. We'll see. Please like and subscribe, guys, and we'll We'll talk to you later. Thanks for bearing with me. Bye-bye.